on, everybody? Joe at the Big Sky Model Workshop. Happy Sunday morning to you. We've got a final on the 48-hour group build. I jumped into this last minute on a whim, knowing I didn't have a full 48 hours, and I still managed to get it done. Here we go. This is AMT's 1965 Fairlane Modified Stalker. I started on this car about 10 o'clock Friday night, trying to work on this in between working on the new workspace. And then last night, after working on the workspace, I had dinner and I accidentally fell asleep. So I didn't get anything accomplished until I got up this morning. But fortunately, this kit is a very, very easy kit. Out of the 100 parts that are in the box, I only used about 60. These modified stalkers make great slump busters. They're very easy, straightforward builds. They're based off of old annuals, so you're going to have a lot of extra parts that you're just not going to use. But they come together pretty nicely, and you can build a pretty neat-looking little car. And that's what we did. So I'll go over a few of the details with you guys, and we'll just kind of cover the build really quick, and then I'm going to let you guys get back to finishing up your stuff. So I added some added details. So I love adding the simulated door welds, and you can kind of see them there. I use some super glue and some accelerator, and I just put a drop of glue and hit it with the accelerator, and it makes it look like the doors kind of got booger welded together, which is typical for a dirt track car. Perfect choice for this kind of a build because you don't have to get as nitpicky with things because, well, we're racing them. We're going to beat them up. They're going to get dirty, and they're good 50-footers. We don't run glass around here, so what I did is I replaced it all with screen. I used screen door material that I super glued to the inside of the body, and I did that before I painted the body, which just kind of gives that whole windshield screen effect. This one's built like a brand new car, getting ready to go out and race for the first time, so I figured that was fitting. Paint is Tester's Extreme Lacquer Fiery Orange, no clear coat. Laid down pretty quick. It dries fast. It hides a lot of mistakes and errors in body prep, I can assure you. But like a real race car, our prep used to be a Scotch-Brite and some rubbing alcohol or lacquer thinner or whatever was lying around, and this pretty well looks like it. Used all the kit decals except for the roof decal. That came out of the 63 Nova wagon kit, but I wanted to do this number 102. This is in honor of my good friend Frank Williams. Frank has been a friend of mine for over 30 years. He's been a big helper at the racetrack. He's just been a great friend, competitor, and everything. And Frank, for the most part in his career, has always run Ford products, so I thought, perfect. We'll do the 65 Ford Fairlane. It would have been something he probably would run. Worked out pretty good. So going over the rest of everything else, all the chrome parts have been hit with matte clear and then some black wash just to bring everything out. The interior tub is painted with Tamiya Silver Leaf. Roll cage and pretty much any part that's black on this car was painted with the Mr. Hobby black primer. And then I picked out some details with a combination of Sharpie, gel pen, and craft paint because we needed things quick and easy. So you can kind of see the roll cage in here. I picked out the seat belts with a red gel pen. I picked out some detail on the steering wheel with a silver Sharpie. I picked out the roll bar padding, and you can't really see it, but I picked it out with some black craft paint just for some contrast. Tires naturally are sanded, so they look like they're at least seen some time on the ground. The purple came from the kit, and I did these basically in honor of my buddy Frank, because Frank always has purple somewhere on his car, if not the entire car. So I thought it was just a neat little shout out to my buddy, along with a good theme for the build. Engine is painted with Krylon Shortcuts blue, and then I hit it with matte clear. Picked out some details with a combination of Sharpie and craft paint and gallery markers. So I've got the, you can't really see much under the air cleaner. I painted the exhaust manifolds with craft paint to simulate like they're kind of rusty old cast iron. I put the small block in it because that would have been appropriate for this car. We wouldn't have had a big old 427 lying around any of our shops. picked out the fuel pump with a combination of gallery markers, the gold for the little canister. If you guys are familiar with old Ford fuel pumps, they had like a screw-on zinc-plated canister for the fuel filter, and picked out the oil filter with a little bit of orange craft paint. Underneath, that's just all light details. Craft paint for the transmission, craft paint for the drive shaft, gallery markers there for the fuel tank, and then I just used some dry brushing a little bit just to pick out a little bit of contrast and details. Gel pen for the red on the shock absorber, the coilover springs on that. And there you have it, guys. That's simple. These are a simple build. They're really easy to do. They don't have a ton of parts to them. They don't require a whole lot. And building a race car is a good way to go because you don't have to worry about painting chrome trim or foil or anything, because whatever trim we didn't take off the cars, we literally painted over. So this is a pretty good representation of a simple small town dirt track car right at the start of the year. Would be kind of fun to do one of these with some mud and some door dings and things like that. And if I had more time, I would do that. But I only had 38 hours to do this because as you see this video, I am getting cleaned up because I've got a bunch of stuff I got to go do, not around the house today. So that's why I had to kind of scramble. But there you go. So big thank you to Craig over at Mutt Modeler for hosting the 48-hour group build. Craig, this has been so much fun. I started my channel a little over a year ago to participate in the last one, and so I'm glad that I jumped in and did this again. I had a lot of fun, chatting with some buddies in the lives the other night. Been fun sharing progress with my friends and seeing how everybody else is doing. It felt really good to get something completed on the bench. I have been in a bad slump, and this definitely helped me get over that hump. I am ready to continue to build things and get more things completed and realize I do not have to be a perfectionist on everything to have a neat looking model for my shelf. So there you have it. There is the 48-hour group build for 2025. Guys, if you didn't participate this year, I hope you get a chance to next year. It is so much fun. It is, as some people have called it, a model building holiday, and I would agree with that sentiment. It was just fun to jump in and see what you can get done. Have a blast building models just like we did as a kid. You just jump in and put them together and slam them home so you can build the next one on your mind, and there you have it. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for all the encouraging comments. Thank you for your subscriptions and your likes and your shares and your support and everything you do. It's been an amazing journey. It's been so much fun. We're into our second year now. Just been really fun, and I can't thank you guys enough. And man, this 48-hour build, I kind of rekindled my love of building here. I am definitely ready to jump in and do some more stuff. So I'm going to get out of here. I've rambled long enough. There's plenty of other builds to watch and finish. So in the meantime, God bless you guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Good luck to the rest of you out there completing your 48-hour builds, and I'll catch you on the next one.